So I've had two personal bad experiences on Iris. Um, as a bicyclist, I was hit. I was navigating south on 19th, and a person turned into me um, onto Iris. And luckily, I was able to kind of run out of the experience, kind of like a cat-like reflex. And so I was kind of just grazed and able to run off my bike. But my mother-in-law was driving down Iris, and someone pulled out of her in front of her, trying to cross, take a left-hand turn, and she ended up T-boning her, totaled her car, and she broke her arm, kind of going into the steering wheel. So on top of the near misses that I've seen and kind of the dangerous situations, we've had some personal experiences in our family of kind of the accidents that happen on Iris. When you go from basically one lane of cars each direction and you have kind of a center turn lane, you're drastically reducing the obstructions from vehicles in adjacent lanes. The passengers driving down a single lane are not as inclined to be trying to change lanes and kind of have their attention diverted from what lies straight ahead. I think turning onto basically a two lane with a middle middle turn lane is much simpler and safer than having to navigate onto a four lane, because it's kind of that game of Frogger. You have to kind of figure that opening, and you're much more likely to take chances if that opening isn't coming very often. And then the speeding is a big concern, right? Because when you have four lanes, you have the option to speed. You have the option to drive around people and to swerve in and out of lanes, and that creates a whole different safety concern that you wouldn't have with one lane in each direction. You just said it. If you're considering the time of risk that you have, that's an additional 3 to 5 years of navigating this current experience versus potentially 20 years of navigating this current experience that we're living in to get change and to reduce that risk. So that is a significant factor in deciding between the options, particularly if you're interested in safety.
I've heard some neighbors say that we don't need to really do much on Iris because cyclists have parallel routes on Kalmia or Grape and Hawthorne. What are your thoughts about those as alternative routes for yourself and maybe
Well, that would
for
be
your
labeling
kids?
this whole question as, let's do this project for the cyclists. Right? So this is not just about the cyclists. This is about safety for people in the cars as well, and for the pedestrians and the kids walking to school.